If you have poor circulation, you have probably tried dozens of supplements with zero results. The supplement industry is flooded with worthless pills. The truth is, your body only needs 3 specific, powerful compounds to open up those constricted blood vessels. They are what your legs are begging for right now. Stop wasting money on multivitamin blends. They do not have enough of what you truly need for vascular health. You might as well be flushing those cheap, low-dose capsules straight down the drain. Today, I am cutting through the noise and giving you the only 3 vitamins you actually need for dramatically better leg circulation. I will tell you the exact form and dosage that works, and stay with me, because the third one is a game changer, but only if you take it at a very specific time of day. Miss this detail, and it simply will not work. Vitamin number 1, niacin, vitamin B3, the cleanup crew. Let us start with the foundation, the internal scrubbing brush. This is vitamin number 1, and I call it the cleanup crew because it is designed to attack the 2 biggest problems in sluggish circulation, the constricted pipes and the sticky blood. When blood vessels narrow and your blood thickens, everything slows down. Your feet get cold, your legs feel heavy, and you wonder why your circulation feels like a trickle instead of a river. Niacin addresses this head-on. It is a core essential, and the specific form you choose makes all the difference in the world. The essential form and dosage. The key compound here is niacin, which is vitamin B3. Forget the tiny amounts you find in a standard multivitamin bottle. They are useless for this purpose. You need a therapeutic dose. The effective form, niacin flushing type. You must seek out the flushing form of niacin, also known as nicotinic acid. This is where the magic and the temporary discomfort happens. The flush is a sign that the compound is doing its job, rapidly and powerfully opening up the tiny capillaries and blood vessels in your skin. Avoid there are non-flushing versions like inositol hexanicotinate. These are popular because they eliminate the flush, but for the purpose of dramatically improving circulation and lipid balance, they simply do not deliver the same potent, immediate widening effect. If you want the dramatic result, you have to accept the flush. The required dosage, you must start slow. A powerful compound like this demands respect. Begin with a low dose of 250 milligrams taken once daily with a meal. This helps buffer the initial flushing sensation. After 2 weeks, if you are tolerating the flush well, meaning you do not mind a little temporary skin flushing, you can safely increase to 500 milligrams once a day. This is the optimal circulation boosting dose for many people. Crucially, never increase the dose without speaking to your physician, especially if you have liver concerns or are on other medications. Managing the flush. The flush is a feeling of warmth, redness, and sometimes itching, usually across the face, neck, and chest. It lasts 15 to 30 minutes. Taking a non-aspirin anti-inflammatory about 30 minutes before your niacin dose can sometimes minimize the intensity of the flush. But consistency is the best way to train your body to tolerate it. Within a few weeks, the flush usually subsides significantly. The mechanism, widening the arteries. Why does this vitamin work so powerfully on poor circulation? It has a dual mechanism that directly impacts the flow action. 1. Natural vasodilator, the widening effect. Niacin is one of the most effective natural compounds for causing vasodilation. This is the technical term for widening the blood vessels. When you take the flushing form, it triggers a temporary release of signaling molecules that tell the muscular walls of your arteries and arterioles to relax. Imagine driving on a 4-lane highway versus a 2-lane country road. Vasodilation turns the 2-lane road into a 4-lane highway, allowing the same volume of traffic, blood, to move much faster and with less pressure. This is essential for getting blood to the extremities like cold hands and feet. Action 2. Tackling sticky blood. Beyond widening the vessels, niacin helps change the very texture of your blood. It is well known for its ability to positively influence the thick, sticky stuff in your blood. By making the blood less viscous, it flows more smoothly through those newly widened vessels, reducing the resistance the heart has to pump against. Less stickiness, more glide. This is fundamental for addressing the heavy, sluggish feeling associated with poor circulation in the legs. Niacin summary and transition. Niacin B3, the cleanup crew. It is the powerful internal scrub that widens the pipes and makes the blood flow easier. Remember to use the flushing form and follow the 250 milligrams to 500 milligrams routine. But even wide, clean pipes can stiffen up and lose their bounce. That brings us to our next circulation game changer, the flexibility fixer. Vitamin number 2, vitamin K2, menaquinone 7, the flexibility fixer. Think about a brand new rubber hose. It is flexible, bends easily, and handles pressure changes without a problem. Now think about an old, brittle plastic pipe. It is hard, cracks under stress, and barely lets water through. Over time, due to diet and age, your blood vessels can turn into that brittle plastic pipe. This rigidity is a massive killer of healthy circulation. Vitamin number 2, vitamin K2, is the compound that actively works to restore that youthful, healthy flexibility. The essential form and dosage. This is a case where the specific number after the K is absolutely vital. You cannot substitute vitamin K1 for vitamin K2. The effective form, vitamin K2 menaquinone 7, or MK7. You must find supplements labeled vitamin K2 MK7. K1, which is found abundantly in green, leafy vegetables, is great for helping blood clot, but it is K2 that has the unique ability to target soft tissues and vessel walls. Specifically, the MK7 form is superior because it has a long half-life, meaning it stays active in your bloodstream for many hours, allowing it to do its job continuously throughout the day. The required dosage. The effective dose for maximizing this vessel-protecting effect is between 100 micrograms, mcg, and 300 micrograms, mcg per day. Do not confuse micrograms, mcg, with milligrams, mg. This is a very small but incredibly potent dose. Always check the label to ensure you are getting the MK7 form in this range. Natural sources and absorption. K2 is found naturally in fermented foods, especially the traditional Japanese food natto, fermented soybeans. If you cannot stomach natto, which is common, supplementation is the most reliable way to hit the therapeutic dose. K2 is a fat-soluble vitamin, so it is always best absorbed when taken with a meal that contains some healthy fats. The mechanism, calcium traffic cop. This is the most fascinating part of K2's mechanism. It acts as the ultimate calcium traffic cop in your body. The problem, soft tissue calcification. Your body needs calcium, but it is only beneficial when it is in the right place, in your bones and teeth. The modern diet, and often simple aging, can lead to calcium starting to settle in soft tissues, including the delicate walls of your arteries. When calcium builds up here, it is like putting concrete in the rubber hose. It creates hardening, stiffness, and loss of flexibility. This condition is called arterial stiffness, and it is terrible for circulation and overall health. The K2 solution, activating matrix GLA protein, MGP. K2's job is to activate a crucial protein called matrix GLA protein, MGP. Think of MGP as tiny biological vacuums. When K2 activates MGP, these vacuums are released into the bloodstream. They actively seek out the rogue calcium that has accumulated in your artery walls, bind to it, and pull it out of the soft tissue. Once the calcium is removed from the arteries, it is redirected back to the bone tissue. The result? Your arteries become softer, more flexible, and more responsive to the demands of your heart. Better flexibility means better pressure regulation, and most importantly, better flow to your tired legs. K2 summary and transition. Vitamin K2, MK7, the flexibility fixer. It keeps your vessels soft, supple, and healthy by removing hardening calcium deposits. Take 100 to 300 micrograms of the long-lasting MK7 form daily with food. We have cleaned the pipes and made them flexible. Now we need the final piece, the powerful signal to keep them open and operating at peak performance. This brings us to the opening signal. Vitamin number 3, vitamin C, the opening signal. We have covered structure and flow. Now we cover the command center. Vitamin number 3 is the essential building block for the most powerful signaling molecule your body has for instant blood vessel relaxation. Without this vitamin, your body simply cannot produce enough of this substance to keep your vessels happily open and flowing smoothly. I call it the opening signal. And remember, the timing is absolutely critical for this one. The essential form and dosage. Everyone knows vitamin C, but few realize its profound and powerful role in vascular health, far beyond its common use for immune support. The effective form, buffered or liposomal. For the high doses needed to affect circulation, standard ascorbic acid can be tough on the stomach, causing acidity and discomfort. We recommend using a buffered vitamin C mixed with minerals like calcium or magnesium, or a liposomal vitamin C. The liposomal form is encased in tiny fat bubbles, making it incredibly well absorbed and gentle on the gut. This is the gold standard for high-dose C. The required dosage. You need a meaningful dose to truly fuel the vessel opening process. Aim for 1,000 milligrams, 1 gram, taken once or twice a day. This higher concentration is necessary to ensure enough vitamin C is circulating to support the entire vascular system. The mechanism, the master relaxer, nitric oxide, NO. Vitamin C is an absolute prerequisite for maintaining the integrity and function of the cell lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium. This lining is responsible for producing nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is the body's natural, most potent vasodilator, the master relaxer. It signals the vessel walls to instantaneously relax and widen, improving flow. Vitamin C not only supports the production of nitric oxide, but also protects it from being broken down too quickly by things like free radicals. It stabilizes the opening signal, allowing it to work longer and more effectively. Think of vitamin C as the vital fuel for the engine that keeps your vessels open. The critical time of day detail. This is the crucial retention strategy I teased at the beginning. If you miss this timing detail, you might be undermining the effectiveness of this powerful vitamin. Take it in the morning and early afternoon. You must take your vitamin C dose in the morning, and if taking a second dose, by mid-afternoon at the latest. Reason 1. Energy and stimulation. For some people, vitamin C, especially in higher doses, can have a stimulating effect, similar to a mild energy boost. Taking it close to bedtime can interfere with your sleep cycle. Sleep is already a major issue for many seniors, and we do not want to make it worse. Reason 2. Peak daily demand. Your vascular system often needs the vessel-relaxing benefits of nitric oxide most during the day, when you are active, standing, walking, and demanding more blood flow to your working muscles and legs. By front-loading your vitamin C intake, you ensure maximum nitric oxide support when your body needs it most. The rule: a strong 1,000 milligram dose with your breakfast and a second 1,000 milligram dose with your lunch or early afternoon snack. Avoid taking it after 5 post-meridium. Vitamin C summary and transition. Vitamin C, the opening signal. It is the vital fuel for the master relaxer, nitric oxide, which widens your vessels on command. Use 1,000 milligrams of the buffered or liposomal form and always take it before the evening. These 3 vitamins, niacin, K2, and C, form the perfect circulation trinity. Common myths and safety precautions. Now that you have the 3 golden keys, let us talk about the pitfalls and ensure you are taking these powerful compounds safely and effectively. Myth busting. Why multivitamins fail. The myth: I take a multivitamin, so I am covered. The reality: standard multivitamins contain doses that are just enough to prevent deficiency, not enough to provide therapeutic benefits. A typical multivitamin might contain 20 milligrams of niacin. You need 250 to 500 milligrams. It might contain 5 micrograms of vitamin K, often K1. You need 100 to 300 micrograms of K2 MK7. It might contain 60 milligrams of vitamin C. You need 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. The solution: you must buy these 3 supplements individually at the specified higher dosages to see a dramatic difference in circulation. Safety precautions. Talk to your doctor. Niacin B3. Because niacin is so powerful at high doses, it can interact with certain medications and, in rare cases, affect liver enzymes. If you have a pre-existing liver condition, diabetes, or are on blood pressure or cholesterol medication, you must consult your physician before starting niacin at these therapeutic levels. They may want to monitor your liver function. Vitamin K2. This vitamin is involved in blood clotting. If you are currently taking blood-thinning medication, anticoagulants, it is absolutely mandatory that you discuss K2 supplementation with your prescribing doctor first. They may need to adjust your medication dosage or monitor your blood more closely. Vitamin C, generally very safe, but the high doses can cause digestive upset in some. Sticking to the buffered or liposomal form and drinking plenty of water will mitigate this. Real-world expectations and commitment. You are not looking for a miracle pill. You are looking for a powerful set of tools to support your body's natural systems. Here is what commitment looks like. The expectation timeline. Initial response, days 1 to 7. You will primarily notice the niacin flush. You may start to feel a subtle, temporary warmth in your extremities as the vessels widen. Your primary goal this week is tolerance and consistency. Midterm response, weeks 2 to 6. The vessel widening effect becomes more consistent. Your legs may feel less heavy at the end of the day. This is the niacin and vitamin C synergy taking hold. You should notice a subtle but definite change in the color and warmth of your skin in your feet and lower legs. Long-term response, months 3+. This is when the long-term work of vitamin K2 really shines. As the stiffness slowly leaves your arteries, your circulation becomes more resilient, less prone to dramatic drops, and more effective at pushing blood back toward the heart. This is where you see sustained, dramatic improvements. The power of consistency. These are not medications. They are nutritional supports. They work by fueling and repairing your body's systems, which takes time. Skipping days means you lose the momentum, especially with K2, which needs consistent presence in the bloodstream. Make a ritual of taking your supplements at the same time every day. Final summary and your next step, the grand recap. We have cut through the noise and given you a detailed, actionable plan. You are no longer wasting money on useless blends. You have the 3 targeted, high-dose powerhouses required for dramatically better circulation. Niacin B3 flushing, the cleanup crew, widens the vessels instantly. Dosage, 250 to 500 milligrams. Warning, expect the flush. Vitamin K2 MK7, the flexibility fixer, removes hardening calcium from artery walls. Dosage, 100 to 300 micrograms. Warning, must consult doctor if on blood thinners. Vitamin C buffered, liposomal, the opening signal, fuels the master relaxer nitric oxide. Dosage, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. Critical timing, must take before 5 post-meridium. Final actionable steps. Take this knowledge and put it to work. Do not let your circulation be an afterthought. This is about better quality of life, lighter legs, warmer feet, and more energy to enjoy your retirement. Commit to 90 days. That is all it takes to see the profound, coordinated power of these 3 vitamins working.